everyone. I know I'm always writing about makeup application and tips, but I thought it'd be great to show some practical videos because we're online, so we've got that ability. So I asked fabulous makeup artist Nikki Lovrich to join us and do a series of how-tos. So she's with us today. What are you going to do for us first, Nikki?
Right, Jenna, today I'm going to talk about creating the perfect base, and that involves primer, concealer, foundation and powder. All those important products that you need to get your foundation absolutely perfect so then you can start applying colour. Right, Jenna, I thought we'd start by talking about primer. Now Sasha, my beautiful model's face, is cleansed and moisturised. That's the best way to start when you're going to apply your foundation. Okay, now primer is a good way to kind of, I say, fill in the gaps. Doesn't sound very glamorous, but that's what it does. It tends to get rid of fine lines and also fill in pores. So I don't need to use a lot on Sasha, but I'm just going to apply it through the T-zone. And I love the way primer gives the skin that lovely velvety satiny finish. In fact, it's one of those things you can almost wear on its own.
So why wouldn't you use it over the entire face?
Because I tend to like to use it in the T-zone where the skin is a little oilier and the pores are more open. And also I don't generally bring the foundation too far into the hairline because then it can just look a little bit too overly made up. Right. I tend to only apply the foundation where I actually need it. So the good thing about primer, apart from filling in the gaps, is it also makes the makeup last a lot longer. So it's particularly good when you've got things like weddings, special occasions, or just a long day at work. The next step is concealer. Sasha has naturally slightly dark circles around the eyes, but the secret with concealer is to only apply it where you need it. So I'm going to use a concealer that's a couple of shades lighter than Sasha's natural skin tone.
And you're using a brush. Can you use your fingers?
You can use your fingers. Fingers are the easiest and quickest way to apply makeup. As a makeup artist, I tend to use brushes, but when I'm applying makeup on myself, I actually use my fingers.
Right.
So I've applied this with the brush and then just blended it out with my fingertip. So you can see where the concealer's going.
And how do you know what colour to use?
Use a colour that blends into your natural skin tone, but that's just a shade or two lighter. Now always bring your concealer through that area, never bring it all the way around. If you bring concealer all the way around, you'll get a reverse panda effect.
Right.
Now foundation application. You can use your fingertips, or you can use a buffer brush, or you can use a flat brush. So we need to find a colour that matches the skin. This is about right. If you look at that colour compared to the skin, it's slightly warmer. So we start blending that out with a brush.
And you don't test on your hand, do
Always
you?
test makeup on the face. So do that, and then I'm going to get this brush, circular movements.
Beautiful.
Buff it out.
Brush feels nice.
So you can see that buffs the makeup into the skin, giving a very natural finish.
Wouldn't that use a lot of product?
No, it doesn't. It actually saves on product. So you can see the difference between this side of the face and that side of the face. So I'll just put a little bit more through here. You can also use a sponge to apply makeup, although I think you waste a lot of product with the sponge because the sponge absorbs the foundation.
Right.
Whereas with the brush, it just goes directly onto the skin and then it blends out beautifully. Of course, you can also use just your fingertips if you don't have the brushes on hand, but the brushes are a way to get a very professional finish. Today I'm using Clinique Even Better foundation. Goes on with very smooth satiny finish, provides great coverage, but doesn't look heavy or cakey, which is what I love. I also like to get a small amount of foundation, close your eyes, and just pop it across the eyelids. And it acts like a primer and makes the eye makeup last longer. Now I'm going to get a touch of mineral powder and just dust it over the face in big circular movements with a soft brush. And what that does is it seals the foundation, just takes away the extra shine while still leaving a lovely dewy finish. So we've been through all the steps: primer, concealer, foundation and powder, and now we have the perfect base.
Thanks so much, Nikki. Now we know all the tips to getting a perfect base. We'll see you soon.